Hi friends, in this video I will be showing you a few tips on how you can reduce the vibrations on your Royal Enfield Classic 350. First, I will be explaining to you the main reasons or the causes for the vibration on this bike, and then I will explain to you a few simple tips which you can use to manage or reduce the vibrations. So the first major source of this vibration is that big engine there. It's a 346cc long stroke single cylinder engine, and this engine uses an overhead valve technology, not the overhead camshafts that come of late. You can see that on all bikes now you get only overhead camshafts, but on this bike it uses the traditional British technique, the technology of overhead valves, and the camshaft is located within the engine block somewhere inside here, and it's not above the cylinder like you find on overhead camshaft engines. So this uses push rods to control the valves, and so the valve timing will be quite off, and that's why you can hear that bullets quite misfire. They quite often misfire, and you can clearly hear that, and the main reason is the valve timing will be off because of those push rods. So that's one of the causes. And then the other cause is the crankshaft on this bike. This is an aluminum engine, not the cast iron one. So this is much lighter than the cast iron engine, and this uses a much lighter crankshaft when compared to the cast iron engine and also the 500cc engine. So the crankshaft being light if the crankshaft rotates like this in that axis there like this, because of when you raise it to higher RPMs, it tends to go up and down and vibrate a lot. And since the crankshaft also doesn't have counterbalancing weights, that problem is only aggravated, and so the vibrations that are generated there transfer throughout the whole body of this bike. And the other reason that I could find is this bike is made fully of metal, and as you guys know, metal does not dampen out vibrations, rather it conducts it. So when you switch on the bike, the whole body vibrates from one end to the other. You can see now that I switched on my bike, you can see that the front mudguard is vibrating. I don't know how clearly you can see it on the camera, but I can clearly see that the whole body of the bike vibrates because it's made of metal. And then the engine is fitted as a member of the frame, and there are no dampers anywhere. You can clearly see that there's just bolts there, no kind of rubber damping or anything, and that's why the vibrations are conducted throughout without any kind of damping. Okay, so now I'll be telling you a few tips on how you can reduce the handlebar vibrations especially. The first thing you could do is add an additional weight here on both the ends. The original stock handlebar, which comes as a black bolt, and it's much shorter in length, it comes only up to here, something like this. So you could buy an additional bolt, and it's much longer, it goes until here, it's double the length of the original bolt, and it costs you only about 15 or 20 rupees. And the additional weight, each weight costs about 100 rupees or so, and this weight weighs around 400 grams, both the weights put together. So 400 grams on this side, 400 grams on that side. So you will be having about 800 grams on the ends of the handlebar, and these weights take most of the vibration from the handlebar, and you don't feel much of a buzz somewhere here. And the next thing which you could do would be here with these bolts here. These bolts have to be tightened securely and maybe if you could find rubber washers, you could add them here to dampen out the vibrations at the source of the handlebar itself, rather than allowing it to conduct all through. And I have added some kind of rubber tubing here, but it's not so effective in my opinion. It's there, but it doesn't dampen out as much as I would have expected it to do. So these two simple tips keep your bike from vibrating at low RPMs. I had faced the problem of this bike vibrating even at 45-50 kilometers an hour, so that's very irritating. This bike usually vibrates at 80 and above, but 45 to 50 vibration is irritating. So I did these two and quite effectively working right now, so I don't feel that much of a buzz at those speeds. And the most effective solution, which in my opinion is change that engine oil there. The Royal Enfield uses liquid gun oil, which is mineral oil from HP. So the best thing you could do is take that oil out and put Motul 5100 oil. That oil, being semi-synthetic, can withstand much variations in temperature unlike Royal Enfield's oil, and it provides a much smoother ride all through. Even at speeds of 80-85, you won't be noticing as much vibrations as you would in this stock mineral oil. So that's it from my end, guys. If you have any better tips, could be giving it. Thank you.